Well, hello, and thank you for having me here. My name, as he said, is Jorge Fernandez. We can't forget about the Calavera part. My background is in advanced image analysis, and I was dragged into the drone business when I was in the Netherlands working on my Master of Science. I think that this event is great for us because you say drones and data, and that's what Pix4D is all about. The title of the presentation is Drones Are More Than Flying Cameras, and that's something that we already acknowledged when we started to talk about data. A little bit about the company. We are a company based in Switzerland, and we have 2 satellite offices, one in San Francisco and the other one in Shanghai. And this is just a picture of some of the 50+ employees that are working right now in the company. I always like to talk about this question when I talk about Pix4D. How to make sense out of all the information coming from digital cameras. The reason is that, unlike other startups, Pix4D started a long time ago with a research question rather than a project or a business in mind. Our founder, Christoph, was doing his PhD in computer vision, and he was asked this question. What I mean with this is that the foundations of Pix4D are science, and there is a lot of research done on it before it was actually born. Pix4D was born three years ago, and by the time it was born, it had already a product ready that people could do business with. Pix4D up to date has about 800 users per day. And as a company, as a software company, we provide professional drone mapping software to capture and convert thousands of images into georeferenced 2D mosaics and 3D models. And we cover a huge variety of different industries: agriculture, mining, construction, emergency response, police. There's quite a variety on who is using this software. But I'd like to take a step back and think about data and satellites, because satellites have been there for quite some time already, and big organizations and companies have been using this information for years. The reason why this information hasn't really made the cut into the big market is because the revisiting time sometimes is not high enough, the spatial resolution is not as good as we would like to, and the price and the cloud coverage. And even if we push it, we still cannot base our business on this kind of information that is really expensive. That's why I like to talk about drones as personal satellites. This is a video. It's everything made by drones. And think about all the things that we've done with satellites and imagery in agriculture or in emergency response. So think about the possibilities of having these data sets right on our fingertips, being able to fly the drone and get this kind of imagery. The possibilities are endless, and the industries are using it on a daily basis. For example, mining companies doing volume stockpile calculations in order to manage the performance of the site. But the question is how to generate data out of drone imagery, and this is where actually Pix4D helps drones to become personal satellites. What we do is we take all those very high-resolution images that are overlapping, and we first create something we call a 3D point cloud. It's a data set where every point is connected in a 3D space, and every point has a value. So the 3D point cloud is then used to put the images on top, and then we have these models that are perfectly accurate up down to the centimeter accuracy, and everything is measurable. And we don't stop there. Once we have this 3D, and I know this is quite not the right, ideal flowchart where we go from 2D images to 3D and then to 2D. We go and create 2D orthomosaics that are up to down a centimeter resolution, and then we calculate the models that are very, very well known in the use of flood models or any kind of emergency response situation. So I like to make this connection. The same way that the human brain uses its 2 cameras to create depth and 3D, Pix4D does it with 1,000 cameras. But we've been able to generate data out of drones already, and we want to look forward and think, what's the added value provided by this new technology? And we believe that being able to provide a data set where everything is measurable down to the centimeter accuracy, where mining companies can go and calculate the volume of a stockpile, saving themselves thousands of euros, hiring a team that is going to go with a toller station to calculate the volume. Or to provide a construction company the possibility to monitor the performance of this construction site, which of course could have been done before with a satellite, but the cost and the logistics were much more complex. But also targeting the farmers that nowadays can look at individual plants on very high resolution imagery. And also we give them with multispectral cameras a new dimension where they can start understanding what's the stress on the plants, and then take decisions based on that. But also using forward-looking infrared cameras that are helping energy companies to understand where houses are leaking and why they are leaking. That's something that we've seen in the companies, that we provide the tool and the industry comes up with a solution. And we've seen a lot of different cases where people have been using this technology for things that we could never imagine, underwater mapping or mapping the Matterhorn in Switzerland. It's very interesting because every day we come across super interesting projects of people that we could never think about. So this is what Pix4D is doing, and that related with data. And I'm happy to take any question if you have any. Thank you very much.